Are we really about to witness the San Francisco 49ers take a gamble that could change everything? Rumors are swirling that our quarterback is seeking a staggering $60 million a year as he approaches the final year of his rookie deal. With comparisons to big names like Dak Prescott, the stakes have never been higher. Are we ready to pay top dollar for a player who has only scratched the surface of his potential? Stick around, because you won't want to miss this discussion, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay on top of all things 49ers. Today, I want to dive into a hot topic surrounding our San Francisco 49ers, the future of Brock Purdy, and whether he's worth a whopping $50 million a year. As we all know, Purdy is entering the final year of his rookie contract, and there are reports swirling that the young quarterback is looking for a staggering $60 million annually. It's a bold move, but is it justified? Colin Cowherd of Fox Sports recently weighed in on this, comparing Purdy's situation to Dak Prescott's in Dallas. Cowherd pointed out that paying top dollar for a quarterback who might not be in that elite tier can cripple a team's overall roster. He noted that the Cowboys have struggled to assemble a strong team because they've invested heavily in Prescott. This raises the question, are we heading down the same path with Purdy? Let's not forget, Purdy had an incredible start to his career. He's got a record of 23-13 as a starter, and his stats are impressive. 64 touchdowns against 27 interceptions, along with a Pro Bowl appearance last season. He led the league in touchdown percentage, yards per attempt, passer rating, and QBR. Those are the numbers of a guy who could be a franchise cornerstone. But here's the catch. Cowherd places Purdy in the third tier of quarterbacks he wouldn't pay that kind of money, meaning he's not convinced Purdy is worth the investment. He even likens the negotiation to buying a car, saying it's unrealistic to think a Civic could be worth $100,000 just because it comes with some bells and whistles. This analogy hits home for me. While I'm excited about Purdy's potential, I can't help but feel a bit uneasy about shelling out elite quarterback money for him. It's a delicate balance between rewarding a player for performance and ensuring the team can remain competitive. Looking back at Purdy's performance, he certainly has shown flashes of brilliance. He's taken us deep into the playoffs and even to a Super Bowl. But the question remains, is he the type of player you can build a championship team around? With his current stats this season, 3,164 yards, 20 touchdowns, and a QBR of 67.8 in 15 games, he's still performing admirably. Yet, with the injuries the 49ers have faced, it's hard not to wonder how much of that success is sustainable. As a fan, I'm torn. On one hand, I see the potential and the growth he's shown. On the other hand, I can't shake the feeling that paying him top-tier money could limit our ability to strengthen other crucial areas of the roster. We've seen teams struggle to manage their salary caps after committing big bucks to a quarterback who hasn't fully proven himself as elite. Can we risk that with Purdy? And let's be real, our ultimate goal is the Super Bowl. We've waited too long as fans, and the last thing we want is to lock ourselves into a contract that hampers our chances of building a championship-caliber roster. It's a complex situation that requires careful consideration from management. So, where do we go from here? Do we extend Purdy and place our trust in his trajectory, or do we take a step back and assess whether we might find better value elsewhere? I genuinely want to hear your thoughts on this. Are you in favor of giving Purdy the money he's asking for, or do you believe we should be more cautious? Deebo Samuel recently opened up about the emotional toll of losing not one, but 2 Super Bowls to the Kansas City Chiefs. In a heartfelt appearance on the St. Brown podcast, he shared the deep depression that followed those heartbreaking defeats. Samuel stated, "Not gonna lie, losing the Super Bowl, it puts you in depression. Can you imagine that feeling? After grinding through training camp and a long season to reach the pinnacle and fall short, it's devastating." Samuel explained how he would go for months without wanting to see anyone, and honestly, who can blame him? Losing the Super Bowl is, as he put it, one of the worst feelings ever. Looking back, the 49ers had a promising shot at glory in both Super Bowl Live and LV weight. In 2020, they were ahead until the Chiefs scored 21 unanswered points in the fourth quarter, sealing their fate. Fast forward to 2024, and once again, the 49ers faced the Chiefs, leading in the fourth quarter before a last-second field goal sent the game into overtime. The heartbreak continued as Patrick Mahomes connected with McCall Hardman for a game-winning touchdown. It's gut-wrenching to think about how close Debo and the team were to capturing that elusive Lombardi trophy. Now, as we look at the current state of the 49ers, it's clear that this season has been an uphill battle. With key players like Christian McCaffrey and Brandon Ayuk suffering season-ending injuries, the team's playoff hopes seem to be slipping away. This injury bug has hit hard, and it's not just affecting the team's performance but also the morale of the fan base. We were all expecting a lot more from this season, and it's incredibly frustrating. Personally, Samuel's numbers this season reflect the struggles of the entire team. With only 51 receptions for 670 yards and 3 touchdowns, he hasn't been able to showcase his full potential. As a fan, it's hard to watch a player of his caliber not being utilized to the best of his abilities. It raises questions about how the coaching staff is adapting to the challenges we're facing. Are they doing enough to support our star players, or are we missing something crucial in our game plan? As we reflect on these challenges, I want to pose a question to all of you. Do you believe the 49ers are making the right moves? I, for one, am feeling a mix of hope and uncertainty. The foundation is there, but can we bounce back from these setbacks? It's a difficult road ahead, and the pressure is mounting on the coaching staff to find a way to reinvigorate this team. What strategies can they implement to turn the tide? I'm eager to hear your thoughts, and for those of you who have followed the team through thick and thin, I know you're feeling the weight of this season. The emotional highs and lows that come with being a 49ers fan are real. We've tasted victory and faced crushing defeats, but that's what makes this journey so compelling. We are a passionate fan base, and our voices matter. So, what do you think? How can the 49ers regroup and refocus? I want to hear your expectations and frustrations in the comments below. Let's get the conversation started. Share your insights, your hopes for the remainder of the season, and your thoughts on our path forward. Before we wrap up, don't forget to show your support. Hit that like button if you found this discussion valuable, share it with fellow fans, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates on the 49ers. You won't want to miss a thing, and make sure to activate that notification bell so you're the first to know when we drop new content. Together, let's keep the faith and rally behind our team as we navigate these turbulent waters. Go Niners!